Hi everyone, we're going to solve trig equations with double angle identities, and we want to do them on the interval 0 to 2 pi. Alright, so we're doing basically double angle identities for sine and cosine. On this video, I'm doing the first three problems. I'm going to split this up so the videos aren't so long. So these are the first three, and then the next two videos I'll split those up. So the first one we have is this one, and there's only one double identity for sine of 2x. And anytime you have another sign here, you're going to have to use your double angle identity. So this is going to be 2 sine of x times cosine of x plus sine of x equals 0. And then what you're going to do is factor out a sine x. When you do that, you're going to get 2 cosine of x plus 1 equals 0. Remember, it's kind of like dividing, but you're not losing the divisor. So set each piece to 0. And this piece, that's going to be 2 cosine of x plus 1 equals 0. So you get cosine of x, you subtract the 1, divide by 2. Now, all you have to do is look on your unit circle, or if you have it memorized, better yet, where does your y 0? It's right here and here. So we have 0 and pi. And where is cosine negative 1/2? That means where's your x negative 1/2? And that's going to be in quadrants 2 and 3. That's where your x is negative 1/2. So it's going to be 2 pi over 3 and 4 pi over 3. And that's how you do it. Alright, and the next one is another double angle for sine. So we basically do the same thing. 2 sine of x cosine of x minus 2 cosine of x equals 0. Now in this one we're going to factor out a cosine because we have cosine in common. Oh, we can also factor out a 2. So let's factor out a 2 cosine of x. And that leaves you with sine of x minus 1 equals 0. So we set both of these pieces. 2 cosine of x equals 0. You divide both sides by 2, you get cosine of x equals 0. And this one, if you set that to 0, you're going to get sine of x. You just add the 1 equals 1. So where does cosine equal 0? That's where your x is 0, right here, which would be pi over 2 and 3 pi divided by 2. And where is your sine of x equal 1? It equals 1 at pi over 2, which we already have. So basically, that is your answer, and we can move on. Okay, another double angle for sine. So we're going to write 2 sine of x times cosine of x plus 3 sine of x equals 0. Since sine of x is common to both, we're going to factor out a sine of x. And you're going to get 2 cosine of x plus 3 equals 0. Therefore, set both pieces equal to 0. And this one right here is going to be cosine of x, subtract the 3, divide by 2. Now, on this one, again, as I said in a previous video, cosine of x, remember, is really adjacent over hypotenuse. The hypotenuse has to be bigger. Well, in this case, it's not. It's smaller. So this doesn't make sense, and this is no solution. It's like an extraneous solution you get with quadratics. Now, this one, we're just going to get where is sine 0. That means where is y 0. Y is 0 at these two places, which is at 0 radians and pi radians. And that's your solution set. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.